forgot a word. I forgot my letters. How could I do that? So the word shalom means what? Peace, hello, goodbye. It comes from the word for completeness. That when you wish someone shalom, it's not specifically about the absence of war. It's more about that your world feels complete. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to want anything else for you to feel complete, but that's what it means. We're going to do things a little bit out of the ordinary today. Shabbat, as you know, is supposed to be a day that's different, holy. And so sometimes the way I make it Shabbat is by just doing things in different ways. You've seen me teach you that you don't clap like this on Shabbat, you clap like this on Shabbat. It reminds you that even though you're clapping, you're just doing things in a slightly different way. So tonight we're going to do things in a slightly different way. We'll get all the same things done, but we're going to do things in a slightly different way. So first, we're going to take a deep breath because we need to. Do you remember that it was snowing here on Tuesday? Do you remember it was snowing? I mean, they just had that horrible snow up northeast, but we had snow in Shreveport on Tuesday. I was at the cemetery in the snow on Tuesday. I've spent a lot of time in the cemeteries over the past few weeks. If you went to the cemetery recently, you saw all the flags up. It looks beautiful with all the flags up. But snow at the cemetery, that was an amazing thing. It doesn't happen that often, although my brother came for my Max's bar mitzvah. Max is 27 now, and it snowed that one day, and he thinks it snows all the time. So it didn't surprise him when I said, and you're not going to believe it was snowing here on Tuesday. And he said, of course it was snowing. It always snows in Shreveport, but it was snowing here, and cold and yucky. And then today I got dressed up in like really warm things, and it was warm. It was 70. That's not what Alexa told me it was going to be. And I'm just saying, she tricked me again. So with all the things that we've been going through, all the things that we're getting ready to prepare for, we get to take this little oasis in time, they call it. We get to suspend other things going on for just this one moment in time, and we take a deep breath. We let it out slowly. And try again. And let it out slowly. So one of the things that we're going to do is start with the candle blessing and the Kiddush on page 82. Please rise as we call up Rachel Stewart-Haas and David Haas and family, or not? Just the grown-ups, the kids, just the grown-ups? And yes, the family. I love that. We have a lot of Haases in the house today, different Haases. Page 82.
These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the great Sabbath of peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzvahanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the Sabbath lights.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner להדליק נר של Shabbat. Now we turn to pages 167 and 166 as we bless the wine-ish stuff that is the symbol of joy. As we lift the cup.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, melech haolam, borei, pri hagafen.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work, and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Man, getting a lot out of that cup. There can't even be enough for a whole sip for you. You are welcome to be seated. Please say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with, someone you didn't come in with. Shabbat Shalom, thank you. Shabbat Shalom, thank you. So the next thing we do, we turn back to, I think we'll sing next. We're going to turn to page 84. We're going to sing the song that's filled with shalom, that welcomes the angels that accompany us on Shabbat, the angels. So I want to show you something. The shalom aleichem is what we say, it's peace upon y'all. And then the next word, malache. Malache means angels of. But when you look at the second line, for every other line, the second, the fourth, the sixth, the eighth, it sounds like we're saying the same thing. When we say Shalom Aleichem Malache, 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 we say that on the first and the third and the fifth and the seventh. But on the even numbered lines, we say Mi Melech Malache Hamlachim. And Malache Hamlachim sounds just like Malache HaSharet and Malache HaShalom. And it's not the same word at all. Now that we've been learning some Hebrew, I want you to take a look at that. On the first line, the third word in is Malache. So it's a mem, it's a Missile Mountain mem, it's the tallest letter is a lamed, you have the aleph, which is open in all directions, you have a curved kaf, so it's a cha, malache. Malache means angels or servants. And the next line, you have mi melech. Melech doesn't have that aleph in the middle of it, that's the ruler. Mi melech malache hamlachim, from the ruler of the rulers of the rulers, the sovereign of the sovereigns, the kings of the kings of the kings. And it's not the same word at all, but it's a word play on that. So we're going to sing that song so that we welcome the angels, because we're going to do a lot of angel talk tonight. Shalom Aleichem Malache HaSharet Malache Elyon Mi Melech Malache Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch. It says y'all come. Shalom, Malache HaShalom, Malache Elyon, Mi Melech, Malache Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch. And then we say, we hope you leave in peace. Streitchem Shalom, Malache HaShalom, Malache Elyon, Mi Melech, Malache Kadosh Baruch. Adam is back in the house. Yeah. So this is where we're going to change things up a little bit. Normally I'll do like a sermon and a story in the middle of the service. And I want to tell you a story first. I want to talk about things before, because if I wait till the middle of the service, then the things that I want to try to inspire you about will all be wasted, and you'll have to try to remember them until next week, and that may be difficult. So I want to read to you a little bit from the Torah portion that we do tomorrow. You know this story, but I want you to see some new insights, and I don't want to talk specifically about the story, but I want you to hear it first. So this says, Jacob, I'm doing it in English. For those of you who need it in Hebrew, you come tomorrow and ask me to do it in Hebrew, but good luck with that. Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran. He came upon a certain place and stopped there for the night, for the sun had set. Do you know where that place was, by the way? You remember where we are in our story? Jacob had just stolen the birthright by pretending to be Esau, his twin brother, and he put on clothing, he put on sheepskin so that he felt kind of hairy, and he stole the birthright, and his brother said, I'm going to kill you for this. And mom said, he's going to kill you for this. You better run away because I don't want him to kill you. So he runs away, and this is Jacob, who's always been a mama's boy, has always been a homebody, and now he's out on his own by himself, and the sun just set, and he's got to find a place to sleep. And I don't think it's something that he's used to doing. I think his brother could have handled this no problem, but I don't think he could do it. And you know where he picked, where that spot is that he picked? It's the same exact spot where his grandfather took his father, tied him up to offer him as a sacrifice. Same exact spot. It's the same spot where eventually the temple would stand in Jerusalem. That's the spot that he picked. Did he know that was the spot? I don't think so. So think about how powerful that is. This is a spot that's tied to his father, his grandfather. This is that spot. And this is where he is now. And he takes one of the stones of that place, he put it under his head, and he laid down on that place. He had a dream. A stairway was, it says a stairway. I thought it was a ladder, a sulam. I'm going to say a ladder. Okay? A ladder was set on the ground, and its top reached to the sky. And angels, we just welcomed some angels, and angels of God were going up and down on it. And Adonai was standing beside him. And God said, I am Adonai, the God of your father Abraham and the God of Isaac. The ground on which you are lying I will give to you and your offspring. Your descendants shall be as the dust of the earth, which is supposed to be a good thing, I'm just saying. You shall spread out to the west and the east, to the north and the south. All of the families of the earth shall bless themselves by you and your descendants. Remember, I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I promised you. Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, and it's one of my favorite lines, surely Adonai is in this place and I didn't know it. So I love this story for many reasons. Obviously, we're connected to generations, the generations before us. And we've got angels, and we've got a ladder. Why a ladder? And I started looking up ladder things. So do you know why it says it's unlucky to walk under a ladder? No idea? So if you look it up, you go to Google, it's going to tell you, I think people made up answers, right and left. And they said, well, because you could bump into the ladder, and it could fall on you and you could get hurt. That's unlucky. Or you could walk under the ladder and you could bump into it and somebody up there could fall, and that would be bad luck for them. Or you could walk under the ladder, and if they're painting or they're doing something, the paint could splatter all over you, and that would be bad luck. That's not what I always thought of as bad luck. That's not what I imagined at all. And so there are other mystical stories about why it might have been bad luck. We can talk about that some, but I was thinking about the ladder itself and what it represents. So when you think about a ladder, do you think about going up and the possibilities of what are up there? What could be up there? So the awesome part about what a ladder is as a symbol is that I think about it as going up. I was having a long talk with Max about it today. Max does not like heights. He does not like ladders. And then sometimes what happens is you get up there and you got to come back down again. And I think sometimes it's easier to go up than it is to go down. Once you get up there, you really don't want to look down. It's harder to go down. So there's something powerful, awesome. You know, the word awesome in Hebrew is connected to the word for fear. It's norah, it's awesome. awful and awesome at the same time. And I think this ladder kind of is an awesome, awful moment for Jacob, who's alone and scared. God promises, even though he feels like his brother's going to kill him, and he feels like this is the end of his life, he feels like now God is promising descendants. And I'm not sure that he knows what to do with that fact. So the Kabbalists teach us, the mystics teach us, that in some ways a ladder is a symbol of prayer. And that's why I wanted to tell you this before we started the worship part of our service. Because I'm hoping that if you think about this, think about this image. So they say that every prayer in some ways is, and the whole service, and each section of the service is made up of kind of three parts. You're going up, you reach at something, hopefully you grasp something once you're up there, and then you come down with it. And sometimes you don't know what you've grasped until you open your hands at the end, and then you realize, wow, God was in this place. I didn't even know. That's what I brought with me. In fact, sometimes the mystics think that God is always up there, we are here, and the only way for us to bring God to us is to go up that ladder and come down, and then God gets to dwell among us because we made that effort to go up. And they think that that's prayer. So if you take a moment and you let those words inspire you and go up, then you can come down and you can have God with you, even as you come down. So I wanted you to take some of that with you. There will be more tomorrow. That's my commercial for tomorrow's Torah study. But I wanted you to have that because I think that being inspired by that ladder and knowing that God is in this place, even if you didn't realize it before, and I don't mean this place. This is an obviously godly place. But wherever you allow yourself that spiritual moment to go up that ladder, take a grasp of what you find, and come back with it, I think that you can find that God could be there with you. So we've already welcomed our angels, and now we go to the next part of the service, and we do that by turning to surprise page 69. That's another surprise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash merabah Be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chay dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'meru amen yehesh merabah mevarach la'alam ol alme almaya Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpahar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitalev, V'yitalal, Shemeh Dukudisha, Brichu, Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma, V'meru, Amen. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out,
Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth.
A vast universe. Who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us?
And yet within us abides a measure of your spirit. You are remote, but oh how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine, and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence.
One and only God, you've made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love.
We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity.
We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai You may be seated unless you're my bet class and you are willing to help us with the V'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Would you continue in English for us, please? You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words, which I command you this day, upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, Leon, for you. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love.
From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us.
Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed.
May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea. מי כמוך בהנים אדוני V'ne'amar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. We're at the bottom of 74. Did you find us? Bottom of 74. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel,
whose love gives light to all the world.
O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, did I leave one out? שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. It's okay, it's my favorite one anyway, that one. Vayinafash. Prayer, going up and down, invites God to let the divine presence suffuse our spirits, to let the divine will prevail in our lives. Prayer cannot bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. We rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Please read with me at the bottom of 76. Source of all being, we turn to you, as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring nearer to realization the great hope inherited from ages past for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are the source of life and blessing.
Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children.
You are the support of the falling.
Help us to lift up the fallen.
You are the author of freedom.
Help us to free the captive.
You are our hope, in death as in life.
Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are Kadosh, holy. Your name is Kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be Kadoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, קורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, קורא עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספעו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, קורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, קורא עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת השבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, קורא עונג שבת. חמדת, זכר למעשה וראשית שבת. Try it again. זכר למעשה, למעשה וראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, קורא עונג שבת. God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common bonds of faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of our senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts and the joy of freedom.
Ki ata
time for you to take that ladder. You can take the words that are here or the words that are in your heart, but take the ladder, grab what you need, and bring it down with you. We take a moment of silent prayer.
May the words of my mouth
Imre fi vehegyon libi
and the meditations of my heart
lefanecha
be acceptable to you.
Lefanecha Adonai Tzuri
O God, my rock,
Tzuri v'gohali
my rock and my redeemer,
Adonai Tzuri
O God, my rock.
v'gohali.
My
This time in our service, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating as we turn to the inside back cover of our prayer books. And for a moment, I turn my microphone off. Zielinski. If you have other names that you would like us to be praying for, I invite you to call them out. For all these names, for the names we choose to keep in our heart and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. And we add, Misheberach Avotenu V'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. Give them courage to succeed and strength to persevere. May they return home safely, and let us say, Amen. All right, so I told you, I'm reversing the order. So I do have a quick thing I wanted you to hear, because I thought that this was a clever way of saying some of the things we already know in some ways. I'm supposed to speak at a church in Plain Dealing this Sunday about Thanksgiving. So I've been looking up things about Thanksgiving and looking up things about Plain Dealing. But anyway, this was written by a rabbi friend of mine named Jeffrey Salkin, and he writes, I'm sitting in my local Starbucks in the heart of Hollywood, Florida's modern Orthodox neighborhood, and I overhear two Orthodox Jewish men arguing. Now that's something that very few of us can relate to. Anyway, they were arguing over whether it's permissible for Orthodox Jews to celebrate Thanksgiving. As one of them said, Thanksgiving is not a Jewish holiday. It is forbidden to us. Oh, please, he said. Thanksgiving is Jewish. Let's go back to, and he goes back to 1776, August to be precise. A month before, the Continental Congress had drafted the Declaration of Independence. One of that document's architects, Benjamin Franklin, sat down and he thought about the question that any startup has to deal with. What should our logo be? Franklin wanted the Great Seal of the United States to feature, and this is true, to feature a scene of Moses standing at the shores of the Red Sea and the waters preparing to devour Pharaoh and his armies. Not only Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson wanted the Great Seal to depict the Israelites in the wilderness following their flight from Egypt, but before their arrival in Canaan. They lost. In Brooklynese, you would say they was robbed. The Puritans had it rough in England, so rough that they imagined that they were Jews. That's my favorite line. I'm sorry. I needed you to hear it directly from their mouth because I love that. It says, in the words of John Winthrop, quote, despised, pointed at, hated of the world, made a byword, reviled, slandered, rebuked, made a gazing stock, called Puritans, nice fools, hypocrites, harebrained fellows, rash, indiscreet, and vainglorious. And so they made their exodus. The Atlantic Ocean became their Red Sea. They saw the Plymouth colony as their promised land. That's why so many places in New England bear biblical names, like Salem, Shalom, Massachusetts, Salem, Massachusetts, Bethel, Connecticut, Canaan, Connecticut, New Canaan, Connecticut, Sharon, Massachusetts. So it continues. You know some of the other reasons why we think that it is obviously a Jewish holiday. It's kind of a combination of Sukkot and Passover. It's kind of the Seder of freedom in many ways. We can talk about that another time also, but I just wanted you to hear some of those things. I don't know if you knew all of those tidbits. You probably did. I promise you were better than me in history. That's the way this works, but I needed to share that with you anyway, because I find it exciting to hear every year again. At this point, I find it exciting to hear what our president has to tell us about what's going on in our little corner of the world, our little sanctuary, at the bottom of our ladder, or at the top of the ladder. Is it the top or the bottom?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you to Rachel and David and all the Haas family for the blessings. Blood drive will be this Sunday, November 18th. If you have not already, please contact Helene to set up an appointment. The office will be closed this coming Thursday and Friday so that all our staff can enjoy Thanksgiving with their families. Next Friday evening, Helene and Bill Bronig will host the Oneg Shabbat. Rabbi Jordan Bronig will participate in the Shabbat evening service, and Adam Philley will lead the music. Please join us to celebrate Helene Neerman Bronig's 38 years as B'nai Zion educator at a casual party next week from Saturday, November 24th. You're welcome to come and go anytime, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. The Bronick children and grandchildren are all planning to attend. We hope your family will join us as well. B'nai Zion has established the Helene Neerman Bronig Lador Vador Fund, which will facilitate programs for all ages. B'nai Zion is also preparing a tribute book for Helene. Please submit memories and any good wishes for Helene by submitting them to Jerry Black as soon as you can. The invitation with complete details can be found online at the B'nai Zion links and the forms page. People of Book Club will meet Thursday, November 29th, and we'll discuss the book, The Memory of Time by C.H. Lawler. Hanukkah begins Sunday, December 2nd. Please remember to shop at the B'nai Zion Sisterhood gift shop during regular office hours. And the North Louisiana Jewish Federation Hanukkah party will be at B'nai Zion on Sunday, December 2nd at 11:30 a.m. We'll include fun activities and food. There will also be many Hanukkah parties at local retirement homes. The December bulletin will have all details about places and times. Please join us at any or all of the celebrations. Donations were made to B'nai Zion for public flowers in loving memory of Joseph Goldman by Sharon and Elliot Goldman, in loving memory of Edith Gompertz by Claire Mazel and Debbie Kamaker and family, in loving memory of Pearl Weiner by Sheila Lawrence, in loving memory of Mary Toys by Goldie Morris and Sharon and Elliot Goldman. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, I invite everybody who's under the age of 13 to come up and help me open the Ark for the Elenu. Everybody else is busy turning to page 148. And once we get, man, goodness gracious. It's a good thing we got big doors when we fix. This is wonderful. Please rise when the Ark is open. Aleinu lishabech la'adon hakol, la'tet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, ve'gorolenu kechol ha'monam. And on the facing page we will sing When the Ark is closed, thank you, Crash. You may be seated. Thank you. We have, excuse me, a particularly difficult week. We have over 60 people who lost their lives in the fires and hundreds who are still unaccounted for. We have, at last count, almost 10 people who lost their lives in the snowstorm in the East Coast. I was told that it was up to 40 degrees today and the snow was already melting, so the roads were clearing, but yesterday was horrible. And we acknowledge that this year we have lost 25 people in our military serving our country. We've lost 128 police officers this year, and in addition, 25 canine officers. The number of firefighters we've lost this year is 77, and I felt a grateful blessing that it is the same number as what we had last week, that with all of those fires, and I don't know if you've seen the pictures of the absolutely exhausted firefighters trying to battle those fires and not making a lot of progress, and they're sleeping after 24 hours. Did you see any of those pictures? That we have lost no firefighters this week, and I found that to be a miracle. I read those names now because if they are not yet buried, we do not say Kaddish for them, but I want us to always remember to be grateful and to appreciate those who run into dangerous situations so that we can be safe. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss of life and death. We continue on page 152. When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but love and understanding can help us pass through the darkness toward the light. Out of affliction, the psalmist learned the law of God, and in truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silence in their presence, and when a word will assure them of our love and concern. Thus, even when they're gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wished to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved one whom death has taken from us these past 30 days. We remember Peter Haas. And we remember congregants' parents who died within the past year. We remember Joe Batt Sr., Sarah David, Sarah David, Flo Selber, Gloria Meyer, Richard Stewart, and Clifford Bear. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing Yortzites this week include Bertrand A. Kahn, Marguerite Dupree, Alex Feigelson, Rena Feldman, Ike Heidingsfield, Ida Katzenstein, Saul Klumak, Minnie S. Morris, Chaim Murov, Vivian Murov, Richard Rutman, Mary Toys, Joanne Selber-Vedlitz, and Pearl Weiner. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise, as together we praise your name. The Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. I'm going to call up everybody under the age of 13 who wants to come help me bless the Bethany Challah. so that we can all enjoy an Oneg Shabbat together. Hold on, I'm coming. Come to the front, in front of these beautiful flowers. Hold on to the bottom. What do you think's under there? What? It's challah every time? It is challah, yay! You make it sound like it's a bad thing. I'm so glad it's challah. It would freak me out if it was something other than challah. Ready? Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread.
Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz te'avon.
I get this, you get that. Everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets a piece. Nice. Thank you. There's more for grown-ups outside. Please rise for the closing benediction. Did I drop the mic? I did a mic drop? Yes, I did. I didn't mean to. I was going to wait another minute and then do the mic drop. It is a blessing to take this journey of on our ladder together. As we go up, grab what we can and come back down again. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be looking up to you. May God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Hodu l'Adonai, Hodu l'Adonai.